family, we survived 5. I am what? 5 concentration camps. And I am a 3-war veteran in the Israeli Army Command. 56, the Suez Canal War, 67, the Six-Day War, and the Yom Kippur War, 1973, when we crossed the Suez Canal to Egypt with General Ariel Sharon. In the Suez Canal, I was 5 full years. My profession in America, I'm a plumber, but my real profession, caterpillar, heavy equipment, operator, and mechanic. And I was 5 years in Suez Canal. In the 5 years war, 2,558 soldiers died and 8,000 wounded. You may ask me a question, who are you, Joshua? 5,000, 8,000 shot, and 2,580 died. 5 concentration camps. And you are 92 years, you are still working, and you are real. Are you real, or I make myself? One thing I want to make you clear. I don't represent not right wing, not left wing, not in America, not in Israel. I am an atheist, religious atheist, Jewish, but not really. But I choose my own God, and that the American veterans who sacrificed their life to destroy the Nazi regime and to liberate me from Dachau. In 1975, when General Eisenhower came to Dachau and thousands of skeletons were laying, and I saw he wiped his eye, I asked the people, I didn't speak English, I was 15 years old. I asked why General is crying. I never cried, even in the concentration camp. Suffered. I took the suffer with love. Why is crying? He said, if I don't see you, I don't believe that the people were once alive. And they said, stand up. I want to go to him and to kiss their feet. But they didn't let, I was thinking, and I wait. They have what I wear. I'm not sure we wear today, but what they have. And this is what I went through. Now, you have any questions, raise your hand in a slow English, give me clear questions. You can ask me everything. You don't hurt me with nothing. And I will answer you, educate you, how and why I survive, why I'm an atheist, why I'm not an atheist. You cannot be pregnant or not pregnant, or you are pregnant or not pregnant. But you can be atheist and not atheist. I'm not an atheist, because all we told to believe, you cannot have a family, you cannot raise children. As I choose my God, American veterans who liberated me. And in Normandy, who 50,000 soldiers died. They are my God, period. Any questions, stand up, raise your hand, ask me. Nobody?
I'll start with a question. Can you talk about your family before the war?
Before the war, I was born in Hungary, and I was raised a fanatic, ultra-Orthodox Jewish. I bias like this, fanatic religious. Everything was God. And when I was working the gas chamber, can you imagine a 15 years old child working in a gas chamber? You know what my job was? After they opened the door and the gas disappeared, I have to separate them, 12, 15 or 16 years old children, boys or girls, from pain. They were frozen. I have to break the bone like when you eat a chicken and separate them and put them on a stretcher and they push them in the crematorium. This is what I did when I was 15 years old. Ultra-Orthodox, fanatic religious. And this was my biggest bullshit. God and God and God. I asked a million times in the crematorium, where is God? Where is God? You cannot have a God in Paris or a God in Auschwitz. How can he do with the human being? It's not only Jewish. Homosexuals, crazy people or something, they killed everybody. And why I didn't die, no answer. But you are a witness that I am alive, and I am Joshua. And again, I don't represent nobody. I don't want to be a VIP, not right wing, not left wing, not in America, not in Israel. I'm talking for people who are not alive like me. And I'm in this golden country, America. I don't know if we appreciate where you are, but they are my God, period. Any questions? Nobody? Stand up.
So with an event like the Holocaust, how were you able to deal with the emotions following it?
How were you able to cope with your emotions after the Holocaust, after you went through it, or during the war and after the war? How could you cope with your emotions?
Listen, I didn't change never in my life. I was born Joshua, what I am. Not fake. I don't hate anti-Semites. I don't hate nobody. A child is a child. A child needs love from the parent. He doesn't know what Jewish, what is American, what is Nazi, don't know. They need the parents' education. And a child copies what the parents raised them. If they raise them for hateness, I want everybody don't hate Israel. If he's a Nazi, if he's an anti-Israeli, I don't care. I wanted to make Farrakhan too. They don't let me. Not that I'm angry with Farrakhan. He's anti-Semite. God bless him. But I want to prove you change the hateness of life.
Can you talk about your arrival to Auschwitz?
Can you describe your arrival to Auschwitz?
I arrived to Auschwitz 6 o'clock in the morning. I was 15 years old, then 15. And I was staying in front of the Dr. Mengele, who selected the people who go to the gas chamber or to go to work. And I was with my brothers and with my mother, and was left or right. They told me go right. I don't know what is right. I don't know what is left. But I wanted to be with my brother, and I want to be with my mother, a child, 50 years old. Every child wants a mother. And they beat me up like a dog. They said, dead, dead. 1 time, 2 times. I still wanted to go to my mother. And the 3rd time, they sent the dog, German Shepherd, and the dog threw me to the ground. I said, Joshua, don't be smart, go right. I went right, and I arrived to the gas Birkenau, and I saw the flame and the smoke in the chimney. I asked people, what is here? He said, you are here who came today. They are God made from the magician. They went to take a shower, and they go to smoke in the chimney. I said, are you kidding? He said, you will see. And this was happened the first day. This was my welcome. Oh, I really nothing. I wasn't happy that I survived. I myself Holocaust denier. I didn't take my children. I have 4 daughters. I never told them until they became 12 years that I'm a survivor. Because I became an animal. But I never told them. They discovered that everybody said you are a survivor. I said, no, I was never in no concentration camp. But I was there. It's documented by the Polish, by the German, by the Austrian, by the Hungarian, by the American government document. And I have a few pictures here. This is Joshua. You can see I look like Joshua. This looks a picture that is a bit like me. It's not fake. Stand up.
Were you also tattooed at the time when you were arrived at Auschwitz?
Did you get a tattoo?
The Hungarian, the 600,000 Jewish people from Hungary, not one get numbers. But my number is 109,023. It's what I had here. But they didn't even waste time to make a tattoo. They sent us straight to the crematorium to kill us. Because this was the last murder of the Nazis did with 600,000 Jewish people in Hungary. All of them were.
Where were you before the camps?
Before the camps, where were you?
Auschwitz,
Before you went to camps, you were in Debrecen.
In a ghetto.
Right? In a ghetto.
yes, in a ghetto. You know what is a ghetto? You live in a home, Wilshire or Beverly, it's not important. They make announcement that tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, take 2 suitcases, stay on the street. They don't ask you nothing, not 3 suitcases, 2. They don't ask you why, what. You have to leave your home where you were born, where you lived, and you stay there, and you don't know what is the next minute, what is the order. You stay. If a day you stay there, or 2 days, and 1 night, or 1 night, or 2 days, you stay there. And then they took us to a ghetto. You know what a ghetto? They cross it with gate, and you go in the ghetto. Wherever you go, you sleep, or don't sleep, you I was happy with every movement that something is moving. In the ghetto, I was 2 or 3 months. After 2 or 3 months, one day they said, took the suitcase, we go to the rail station. I was basically I was all the time happy. With every movement happy because I know something will change. And we went to the train. In the train I saw the cattle wagon. They said, leave the suitcase here, we will get it later. Did you see the suitcase? No, I didn't see it either. But not important. They said, go in the cattle wagon. Did you see a cattle wagon? In the middle they have a door. 40 people here and 40 people there. If we have place to see it or to stay, it's not their business. 80 people in a cattle wagon. Women, pregnant, old, sick, handicapped, children, no problem. 40 people. In the middle was to have morale to make pee and coffee. Women, children, no window, no nothing, everything. But a little bit easier when somebody died. When somebody died, at least you get a little bit straightened out your feet or something, like animals. And we got on the train and we arrived Saturday 6 o'clock to Auschwitz. Auschwitz was written in German language, Arbeit macht frei. This translated to English, if you will work, you will get free. But it's bullshit. Nobody was free from that. You got free, yes, chamber, under the bullet. No middle way.
Were you ever sick in the concentration camp?
Were you ever sick when you were in the concentration?
I was never sick. I was never sick, never unhappy. I was born happy and I will die happy. Positive and I in America. Every day I bless the American veterans. Did you, who is Christian? Did you see Jesus? No, but I saw, my God, the veterans. They are my Jesus. I don't care your religion. I was happy all my life. And here in America, every day I bless America. God bless America. You don't know to enjoy America because you didn't feel this feeling what I feel. And they make movies of me. I have 3 movies. You can watch my movie, Channel 8, German, The Liberators. And I have another 2 movies too. And here are pictures from the army.
Can you describe the day that you were liberated? Can you describe the day that you were liberated?
When?
The day that you were liberated. Can you describe that day?
When I was liberated.
Yes.
How can we describe? For another 2 or 3 days, I'm not here. I was maybe 40 or 45 pounds. Hungry, helpless, and can you see, I see American soldiers, beautiful children, American uniform. Until now, if I wouldn't embarrass when I see a veteran, I fall on my knee to kiss his face. Until now, they are my God.
What kind of foods did they give at the concentration camp, and how many times were you guys fed?
What kind of food did you eat when you were in the camp, and how many times a day?
In America, a pig wouldn't eat this food. A pig. But what's the difference? You became an animal. Did you ever drink human urine? No. Did you ever taste human waste? When somebody died, the first thing, many people every night went to the high voltage. You know what is high voltage? They went there 1 second, no more alive. And next day when I have to go to take them away, when they close the high voltage, the fair is done. You know what I did the first? Find what they put in the pen, food, what they didn't eat last night. And it was soak of urine, human waste, and hundreds of thousands of life. I cleaned it and I ate it. It was delicious. You became a simple an animal if you want or you don't want. When you are hungry, you don't look nice, you don't look human waste, you don't look if this soaked with human urine. You want to eat because this gives you a little bit power to survive. And I wanted to survive. I never had in my mind to go to the high voltage and to die. I said, no, I will suffer. And basically I was born happy. And I'm happy today, and I was happy there too. I don't have hatredness in me. I don't have nothing negative in me. I was happy with everything. If somebody is happy with nothing, is happy with everything. Very simple.
Can you explain how the Holocaust affected the way you decided to raise your daughters?
That's a good question. How did the Holocaust affect the way that you decided to raise your children?
I raised them like I was raised ultra-Orthodox. And they complained to me, Daddy, you are an atheist. Why are you raising us in religious? Because it's hard to believe you cannot survive. You cannot raise children. You cannot have a family. I raised them in Israel, they know me. I went back with my family for 1 year. And the rabbi asked Joshua, I know who you are. You are an atheist. Put them in the public school. I said, no. I want to get the education what my parents gave me. And that's it. And I gave them the spirit. Until today they ask, Daddy, if you are an atheist, why don't you raise us religious? I raised them like I was raised.
Was there ever a time in the camp that you wanted to or tried to escape?
Did you ever try to escape from the camp?
Please. In Israel, I was a commander in the office in the war, And people ask me, Joshua, you sound something funny. You said you were never in the concentration camp because they called the people Saboni. You know what Saboni in Hebrew? Saboni is soap, because from the body, when they put you in the crematorium, they collected the fatness from you and from him, and they make soap, and this is what they gave us to make a shower. And I didn't like somebody called me Sabon, that I'm a soap. They said we should fight. Oh my God, you know what a Nazi regime, you know, where to escape? No escaping. 1,000 volt high fences. You go out on the door, you get a bullet, you cannot, no way even to think to escape. I know that I have to suffer what I have to suffer, and I talk to people, don't go to the high voltage. To die, nothing, what happened die? Die is easy. So what did you do? I said, suffer and the day will come. And many people listen to me. Many didn't have the power. You have to be mentally, physically healthy and strong that you will survive. I survived. And people ask me, are you alive? I said, I don't know, I don't believe it. But I have pictures. This is Joshua Kaufman, military uniform, and I am here. I'm staying on my feet, and I am Joshua, father of 4 children. I had a heart attack 5 or 6 years ago, and I drove my truck to the hospital, Kaiser on Los Angeles. And my daughter cried. I said, Alexander, do me a favor. From you crying, I will get a heart attack. And Dr. Wong said, no, Joshua, you will not get a heart attack. You have it. This means that I may have many times heart attacks, and I ignored it. I said, Joshua, heart attack. Don't make a joke. I didn't want to agree that I can have, but I had it, and I had it many times. But I'm alive. And if the doctor asked me medicine, if you take, I said, sure. Many times I threw them away on the steps and I got myself foremost. I don't even listen to them. And I told them, they asked me, Joshua, you take the medicine? I said, doctor, I don't want to lie to you. Not that I don't take, I throw them away. I don't take. I don't ask me why, what, it's no answer. Again, in your brain, in your mind, in your will, you can be whatever you want. If you want to give up or to complain, you can be a crying baby. You have to be your own. You have to hear what people are telling you, but not to listen to nobody, only to yourself. And you will be whatever you decide.
Do you have any stories of humanity while you were in Auschwitz?
Do you have any stories of humanity while you were in Auschwitz? Do you mean like watching somebody do something, like
Yeah.
somebody doing something kind for another inmate?
Sentence again.
Did you ever,
How did you form a community in such hate, essentially?
so how did you form a community within the camp? Did you talk to other prisoners, or did you?
I talked to a group, and they said, Joshua, if you survive, tell the world what the Nazi regime is to us. I said, first I didn't know why they talked to me. Why I will survive more than they survived? I died. But for them was important not to forget them. For me it wasn't important. If I die, I die. But I am alive. And this is what I'm doing. Try not to give you a speech. Try to educate you that I'm real, not false, not VIP, not Martin taking, nothing only than to wake up and to respect what you do, and God bless America. This is my prayer book.
When you relocated to the U.S., did you have to face any anti-Semitism, and how did you do it?
When you came to the United States, did you ever experienced anti-Semitism from anybody here?
I never had, but I tell you, I was 47 years after the Yom Kippur War, where thousands of soldiers died. I would never ever dream to leave the state of Israel. Never. But I came here, I was a single, I never married, I had 1,950 girlfriends. Oh, I was sad because King Solomon had 2,000 wives. I had only 1,950, but I would never leave Israel. But I met a woman 20 years younger, college educated. I met her 8 o'clock in the morning, and the guy who took me to her apartment was looking for a place where he can eat kosher and not to drive a car Shabbos to go to pray. And I saw her picture. She had a twin sister, both beautiful. Can you imagine? I'm 47 and they're 20 years younger. She looked like a teenager. I looked my friend, hey, I would like to marry both of them. Just to behave like, not like an Israeli, don't worry, you will. I said, can you sit down? Let me carry it. 9 o'clock, she called the company. I have an important guest. I'm not coming to work. This was Friday. On Monday, she said, Joshua, marry me. And I married her after 4 weeks, 6 weeks, and I had with her 4 children. After the 4 children, after 4 years, I never wanted to have girls. I wanted boys. I want sport, soccer players, to be men. And my wife said, no, Joshua, we have a good life, stay with this. But after a few months, she asked me, why you want a second woman? I said, I want boys, not girls. And then she asked me, what you do with the second woman brings you girls too? I said, Margaret, look what we have 4, we will have 8. But I didn't tell her the secret. I was thinking, next time with the second woman, I will have twins like she was a twin. I thought, she didn't let me marry the second woman, but I stayed with one. And now she's in a Jewish home because she has Parkinson's disease. She's 5, 6 years, still beautiful woman. I visit her all the time, we didn't throw them away. I never cheated her, only with my eyes I cheated her. But still, God bless America, God bless you.
Which of the camps you were in was the worst one? Which camp was the worst one?
All of them the same. No different. We were not human beings. We were there to explain to you what the difference Auschwitz and Birkenau. Auschwitz was the gas chamber. Birkenau was a crematorium and a storage. When they didn't have enough people to send to the gas chamber, they called up Birkenau. They said, send me 100 prisoners, or 200, or 300 prisoners. And they said, 10, 20, 100, you go there. And I shouldn't go all the time, but all the time I volunteered. I was curious where I am, what I am doing, what chances. And I volunteered. But you never know for what you volunteer. They could take you not in the gas chamber, all right. They could take you for experience, doctor experience. They can blow you up your body with 100-point air pressure to look what a human being or know who experienced it one.
Can you talk about your experience in the Suez Canal?
He wants to know about your experience in the Suez Canal.
In the Suez Canal, I was a veteran. It's a war. You know what is a war is? It's not a movie. And they have to fight because we have hundreds of millions Muslims that they decide. We don't hate the Muslims. They hate us. They said it in a clear language. Go back where you came from, because you come to Israel, we will wipe you out. Can you imagine survivor of 5 concentration camps? And the message is from the Muslim. And Jewish and Muslim have the same thing. We write from right to left, and we don't eat ham. One difference, they like women covered. I'm a religious Jew, I like women uncovered. But this is the dialogue. But we are the same like the Muslim. What is hate? And they say it's not a secret, it's not Farrakhan. Farrakhan, this is his profession. Hateness, all right, God bless you. But the hateness is for what? Nowadays, look what is going on in Syria, and they kill each other. 600,000 Muslim children and women got killed in Syria. Nobody stands up, nobody talks. Children, women, I'm asking you, it's not only Jewish. They kill more their own people. They know they want to wipe us out, but never, never again. Am Israel, Am Israel, Am Israel high. Am Israel, Am Israel, Am Israel high. Israel exists forever. Nobody will never ever erase us from the earth. Because we don't want to be erased. And we don't want to hate nobody. We want love. And you are educated. I never went not one elementary school. Not one. Only Hebrew religious school. But you are intelligent, I'm sure. High school, I'm sure. Not one self-educated. Only Hebrew education.
What's your perspective on people who believe that the Holocaust never occurred?
What do you think about Holocaust deniers?
I'm a denier too. I don't believe that I'm alive. You are laughing. No, I'm telling you the truth. Ask me, Walker, leave the concentration camp. You know, go look at a movie, the war movie. You know what a war is? I was there for not for 5 days or 5 weeks, 5 years. Look the picture. Everything is documented here. I'm Joshua. 5 years. Bullets were running, not 10 or 5, it's not Los Angeles police with a pistol to kill a young man or somebody. I was there, bullets were running here, thousands. And all my pictures are nude. Never the helmet, and never the bulletproof. And got punished because they said, Joshua, you are playing Russian roulette. You will die. I said, don't tell me if I will die. If someone is afraid to die, then he dies 1,000 times. Like you don't know when you're born, you don't have to think. Nobody invited you to this world. You ever go. And when you die, when you go to sleep, you know, when you fall asleep. No, you go to sleep. Maybe 5 minutes for the sleep, maybe 1 hour. But when you die, you never know that you die. But what I have to think of dying, I have to think of living and loving. This is my point. Whatever you can learn from me, learn. But again, I'm not interested in not to be VIP, not to make movies and pictures. I am Joshua, and I'm 92 years old, 4 children, 4 grandchildren, heart attack, I don't care. Medicine, I said, yes, doctor. I don't know the baby. Why, what, I don't know. I'm not special, you decide. Joshua. This I was born and this I will die. I bless America every day. And the people of America, the best people in the world. America helped even for the enemies. No other country exists in the world like America. Everybody comes to America. I didn't even know what America is, but I was thinking one day I have to see America. Now I see you are my mirror. I'm honored.
How much of the United States have you been able to see?
Good question. How much of the United States have you been able to travel and see?
Not too much. I couldn't leave my family. I was basically working all the time to support them, to give them college education, and I was a very good husband, and a very good father, and I didn't have time. I still have dream to see America, but I told my wife, I cannot leave her. Because she is happy when I'm coming, but when I leave, and I said, Margaret, I love you, and she holds my finger, she said in Hungarian or Hebrew, Joshua, don't leave me, don't leave me. I said, what can I do, don't leave me? I can cry with her, I cannot hear what she says, she cannot talk, I cannot hear, but this is the same thing. Don't leave me, Joshua. And I feel myself guilty, but don't leave me. Did you learn something from my speech? Why you don't believe me?
Do you mind discussing the photo right there and kind of the backstory before it was taken?
You want to learn this photo?
Yes, this one.
You want to know about this photo?
Yes, in 49 I went back to Hungary from Germany. And I was a soccer player. And my coach said, Joshua, you are a good player, but I have a wish from you. Not look only for the ball to catch, look how you can knock his knees out, to knock him out from the game. I said, Joshua, he said, I like sport. I don't like to knock out somebody the legs. I want to catch the ball. He said, then you are not good. I said, fire me. And they hated me because I was only the one Jewish after war who played soccer in the Christian organization. And before the war, they were all fascistic, and after the war, they became communistic. But communistic and fascistic, the same thing, but with a different picture. They hate us still too. But I never looked to knock out another soccer player to defend. I was a good soccer. You can see from the picture. Healthy, white, strong, not afraid. And here, this is my army picture, and the 6 Day War, they called me special. I didn't belong to the North. They called me special from Suez Canal to clean a minefield, because my profession was heavy equipment, caterpillar, bulldozer, crane, and to clean minefield. Until I didn't clean a minefield, the army couldn't go on the place. And this was Keberacher Schlein when I cleaned the mines, and when I cleaned the mine, then the army came. And they gave me a hero. What hero? I did it. And when I went on a minefield to take apart a mine, I didn't send him and him and him. First, I went on the minefield and I said what I am doing. And I explained to them, if you make one mistake to take apart a mine, you cannot make 2 mistakes, only one. The first mistake, you fly up in the air. As I went first, I take it apart and I showed them what I did, you did. If no, dead. And I got a hero. What a hero. I don't agree with the hero. A mistake, I have to be all smart them how they put together a mind. Oh, I have to take it apart. But even I could make a mistake. I'm willing. But I didn't think of this. I know I will do it, and I know my education is good, that he will do it too. This is the truth. You believe, and this is me. I look like, I live with it. Suez Canal. Look. Suez Canal is 195 kilometers. Can you imagine in the 195 kilometers to the Suez Canal, we were in every station, maybe 10 or 20 or 50 soldiers to take care of the 195 kilometers. And the Egypt military, they stayed there, hundreds of thousands loaded with weapons to destroy us. They didn't even stop by us. They went over us. But after they went over us, we went over them. They circled us, and we circled them. And who will open the circle on the water? And we opened the circle. And I survived 195 kilometers. There are pictures here of everything. Put together pontoon that we can cross the Suez Canal. The Suez Canal in many places 300 feet, in many places 2 kilometers. But we stayed where it was 100 feet or 300. Here's the picture.
During your time in the camps, were there any guards who were, I guess, kind at all, or were they all?
Did you ever encounter a guard in one of the camps who did something kind for you?
The Takras in the camp.
No, did you ever meet one of the guards in the camps? Did any of them ever do anything nice for you?
Yes, we had good guys too.
Any of the guards?
They had the guards from the SS. They said, hey, run, if not, I will beat you up. They didn't want to beat me up. I found many good guys, even between the Nazis. They said, hey, you run, if no, I will beat you. Or many in the secret gave me even food. We had many, but most of them, they were under control. They risked their own life. We couldn't be behaved like they have the command. We have to be wiped out from life. Period. Heartless or heart not important.
Sorry, the last time we were here, last year when we talked to him, he talked about, I think it was the second camp where he did some hard labor. I think they were mixing cement or something. I just wondered if you could talk about that.
In one of the camps, you were mixing cement, right?
Or mixing something, he was doing labor.
One of the camp.
So you were,
The grinder model.
The grinder?
the grinder. So you were grinding cement in one of the camps, is that right? Or
Cement?
Yes. Can you talk about that?
I have pictures, but I didn't bring it here because this picture is 6 by 6. In Mühldorf, we were building an underground runway for the new Messerschmitt German government. This was 10-15 kilometers long, two sides. One was the Waldlager, one was Mühldorf. And I was 15 years old, I had to carry 50 kilograms cement. This is 100-pound cement, 26 steps up. If you carried it, they took it down from you, and you go a down and a room in a row. In case, for some reason, you collapse, for no reason, you got dizzy, you got weak, the command was or to pick him up and carry him down and put them one of each other. They were all alive, nothing sick. They got weak and they stayed there 2-3 days. No food, no water, no Kaiser, no Sinai, nothing. And they cried for help, 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 but they could talk to the boss. All the command was, pick him up, alive, and throw them in the mixing machine, what I did with these two heads. Can you imagine a human being who is alive, who cannot carry the 50 kilogram cement, to put them in the mixing machine, but I like them to put them in the mixing machine because I prepared myself in case I collapse. I will not wait for the command. He will tell me, take him down, and I will suffer days, 1 or 2 days until I die. I will jump inside myself in the mixing machine and finish to the COVID. But I never thought. Not only 1 sack, I could carry 2 sacks, 100 kilos, 200 kilos, but I never collapsed. To be healthy mentally and physically, you know, it's not everybody is built to this. I love you all. God bless you. I hope you believe me. If you don't believe me, don't be ashamed, tell me. But I announced to you in the beginning, I don't represent nobody, I don't hate nobody, because I don't understand hatred. You understand? Who understands? Who understands? You understand hatred? What the difference Mexican or not Mexican? A human being. What hatred? If you will do me something bad, okay, I will not love you. But what hatred? And this is what I'm fighting until I die. If I can change something, I try to do the best. But something will stay in your mind. That I'm not a show-off, that I'm not doing for money, I don't do it for VIP, only to give you a little bit education that believe that I am true, 101% true. And God bless you, and God bless America, and thank you for inviting me. Wherever they invite me, I'm going. Believing, I don't know, from here 50 or 100 people, maybe 90% believe me. I don't know who will judge me, but this is your problem. You may hate me, you may love me. Shalom.